everybody, this is Boog S Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Lanard Toys Walmart exclusive Xenomorph Runner figure. So before we take a look at the Xenomorph Runner, let's take a look at the accessories that it comes with. So first up, you get Spike the dog, and this is sculpted really nicely. The fur on it looks really good, and the paint variation where it fades into the brown looks really nice. The head sculpt also looks really good. You get some pink for the tongue and some glossy black for the eyes. But yeah, this just looks really nice. There's no sort of articulation to it or anything. It is just one solid piece, but it is kind of hefty. So that's pretty cool. Up next, you get the face hugger. And this also is sculpted really nicely. It's just cast in this collar thread. There's no sort of paint variation. A black wash would have brought all the details really nicely because this is sculpted really well. But yeah, no sort of paint variation to it. So there the face hugger is on the dog. And it really doesn't go on like I wish it would have. I wish it would have did this just a little bit more. But, I mean, you can get it like that. But getting it to stay is a little bit of an issue. If you have it like that, it doesn't look too bad. When you look at it from the side, you can see that it's not quite attached to its face. And it wants to do that. So you can't quite attach it to the dog like I wish I could have. And if you wanted to put it on a NECA figure, here it is on the Preacher figure. And it doesn't quite go on his head either. I wish it would have been bendy. If it would have had a bendy wire in there, you could have bend to his face and the dog's. But yeah, the best you're going to get is that. Which, like I said, from the front it doesn't look too bad, but from the side you can see that it's not anywhere near his face. So yeah, it would have been cool if that would have had a bendy wire on it. Taking a look at the head sculpt of the alien, Lanard Toys did a really good job on this. The sculpt to it is really nice. The only weird thing is it has like this weird tiger print on the dome that's done like a grayish color. And that does look kind of funny. I mean, it probably would have looked funny plain, but it kind of looks funny with that on there too. But it is sculpted very nicely. And you can see the teeth are painted in that silver color. And then if you open the mouth up, you can see that the inner mouth is in there. It doesn't come out or anything, but it is sculpted on there, so I thought that was a pretty nice attention to detail. Looking at the torso, it has a bunch of good sculpt detail to the biomechanical aspects of the alien, and it even has a black wash. So that's not something I'll have to do with this figure, because the black wash over top of it just makes the details pop a lot. Like, if it would have just been cast in this color, I don't think it would have looked as good if it didn't have this black wash over top of it. And originally, I didn't think the collar was too accurate to the movie, but after rewatching it, some of the lighting in the scenes does make it look like this collar. So it's not as inaccurate as I thought it was. And if you look, the claws on the feet have just a touch of silver on them. It's hard to see, but there is just a little bit of touch of silver on each of them. That's pretty nice. There you can see it. Let me get that a little closer. You can see it on these two the best. So they did put some paint detail on there. And the tail looks really nice. It has more of that black wash over top of it. And the details just look really nice on it. Again, it would have been nice if this would have had some bendy wire to it. That way you could have bent it however you wanted it. But it is on a ball joint, so you do get some pretty good articulation out of it. And then there are the legs. And it has just a little bit of marbleization and texturing to it, too. There's no articulation down here. I feel like right here they could have put a pin. I feel like that would have worked. But there isn't any articulation. There's just the hip, and then it's all solid from there down. I don't really think you would need that articulation because it's kind of posed. It's meant to be posed like that. But it would have been nice if they would have just included that. Because like I said, right there, I feel like a pin would have fit really well. It wouldn't have interrupted the sculpt or anything. So now, let's go over its articulation. It has a ball-jointed head that can look up just a little bit. It can move down all the way. And can move its head side to side. It has a hinged jaw that can open all the way, and you can close it. It has ball-jointed shoulders that can move all the way out, which again, you really don't need it to do that, but they did give you that articulation there. It has single-jointed elbows that can bend in all the way and swivel side to side. It has ball-jointed ankles that can move up just a little bit and down just a little bit, and spin side to side. And it has swivel hips that can kick back like that. It can kick forward like this. It can just about kick itself, well it can kick itself in the shoulder, and that just looks funny. And it has a ball jointed tail that can move up all the way. It can move up to its head. It can move back. And it can spin all the way around. So yeah, the tail has some really nice articulation to it. That surprised me. Still would have been nice for a bendy wire, but at least you get some good articulation out of it. So now, let's do some size comparisons. First up, there the runner alien is next to Spike. Here it is next to Big Chap from NECA. And as you can see, Big Chap is much taller than it, but you know, it runs on all fours, not two, like the plain Xenomorph there. Here it is next to this generic Marine figure that I kit bashed together. This is a DC Multiverse Rick Flag with some parts from the Alien accessory pack and I think it's the titanium DC Multiverse Superman head on it. Here it is next to my repainted City Hunter Predator. And this was really plain without paint, and I added a black wash over top of it, and it just brought all of the details out really nicely. I'm really glad I don't have to do that with this alien. But yeah, there that is next to my repainted Predator. Here it is next to my repainted Berserker Predator. I added a black wash to this one as well. I repainted the jaw on it, and I painted the straps on. And again, this looks so much better with some added paint. And finally, here it is next to the Alien Queen. The Alien Queen is much, much larger than this alien. So overall, I would highly recommend this figure. It is very nice. It's probably my favorite Lanard figure that I own. It's just sculpted really nicely and has some really nice paint variation. That black wash looks really nice over it. And the dog and the added face hugger are another bonus in this set. So I would highly recommend picking it up. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.